Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So it's Game Week 22 transfer targets. In today's video, I'll talk about the African Cup of Nations and give you some key updates. Then I'll show you the updated fixture ticker from now till Game Week 31. Then I'll show you my updated transfer target shortlist, who I think we should be targeting over the next few game weeks. As always, if you get something from this video, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy it, hit that like button. Anyway, intro out of the way, let's just get into the video. So first of all, let's talk about the African Cup of Nations, and they've played the round of 16 now. The quarterfinals have been scheduled. They'll play the quarterfinals and semi-finals before Game Week 22 because the deadline for Game Week 22 is on the 17th of January. Here are some players that have been knocked out of the tournament and they should be back for Game Week 22. So we've got Tanazabi, Wan-Bissaka, Endo, Dango and Foster. Here are all the African Cup of Nations fixtures. So on the Friday, we've got Mali versus Senegal and Cameroon versus Morocco. And then on the Saturday, we've got Algeria versus Nigeria and Egypt versus Ivory Coast. I've written all the players' names that have been selected for them nation squads. So if one of them teams does get knocked out in the quarterfinal, they should be back for Game Week 22. The semi-final is on Wednesday, so it'll be Algeria or Nigeria versus Cameroon or Morocco. And then the second semi-final on the Wednesday will be Mali or Senegal versus Egypt or Ivory Coast. If the nations progress past the quarterfinals and they get into the semi-final, they'll miss Game Week 22. Even though the semi-final is played before Game Week 22 deadline, they will miss Game Week 22. Game Week 22 deadline is on Saturday the 17th at 11 o'clock. All the nations that get to the semi-final will have an extra game to play whether they win or lose. If they win, obviously they'll go to the final. If they lose, they'll play that third place playoff. The third place playoff match is on the Saturday where the deadline is, and then the finals on the Sunday. Game Week 23 deadline is on Saturday the 24th at 11 o'clock, so they should all be back for that game week. Even if one of the nations do win it and they have a few days celebrating in the nation, I think they'll be back for Game Week 23. Now we've got the updated fixture ticker from now till Game Week 31 and Bournemouth at the top. They've got Brighton and Liverpool in the next two games, but after that they've got some really good fixtures. Fulham are just behind them, but they've got City in Game Week 26. Chelsea have got some really good fixtures from now till Game Week 28, and then they've got Arsenal, Aston Villa and Newcastle just after that. So if you are looking to buy some Chelsea assets, you could buy them now or you could buy them in Game Week 24. If you've been watching my transfer targets videos over the last few game weeks, I've been talking about Arsenal, Crystal Palace and City. With the updated fixture ticker, they've all jumped up the fixture list. So in the next few game weeks, I think we'll be looking at some Crystal Palace assets. I think we've already got some Arsenal and City players in our squad. But without further ado, let's have a look at my shortlist of all the players that I think we should be targeting over the next few game weeks. So for the goalkeeper shortlist, I've gone with Sanchez. I think they've got some really good fixtures from now till Game Week 28, as I've mentioned. With Chelsea changing manager, I think we'll play a back three, so maybe Sanchez keeps a lot more clean sheets moving forward. Then I've gone with Verbruggen, Kelleher and Petrovic. I think they're all decent options. It all depends who you've got as your second goalkeeper and who you trust the most of keeping clean sheets. I think all three of them, at the price that they are, they're really good assets to potentially look into. Then I've got Raya, he's dropped down the shortlist because he hasn't been keeping many clean sheets. But I do think from now till the end of the season, he will probably keep the most clean sheets out of all of them. I just think the other goalkeepers will probably get save points and you're saving a lot of money. And I think over the next few game weeks, that money that you save not buying Raya could be really useful. So I think over the next few game weeks, I think we want to spend a bit more budget on the outfield players that we've got on our side. Then I've gone with Pickford and Everton. I've got some decent fixtures. The thing I like about Pickford that he usually gets tested, so he gets save points nearly every game week. Then for my defender shortlist, I've gone with Gariel. I think he's the best asset to buy if you're buying a defender. Now that Arsenal have played Chelsea and Liverpool in the last few game weeks, they've got some good fixtures coming up. And I won't be surprised if Gariel gets a few more goals from now till the end of the season. Then I've gone with Andersen and Fulham have got the second best fixtures from now till Game Week 31. At 4.6 million is one of them defenders that usually gets DEFCON points. So you're most likely going to get 3 points out of him at a minimum nearly every game week. Fulham have only lost 2 games in the last 11 Premier League games. So there is a good chance that Fulham keep this run going with some good fixtures coming up. And at 4.6 million is a really good option to have on your bench and then use him if you need him. Then I've gone with Richards. As I mentioned, Crystal Palace's fixtures are starting to get better from now till Game Week 31. And now that he's been injured for a few game weeks, he's dropped in price, so at 4.4 million he could be really good. Then we've got Senesi and Bournemouth who've got the best fixtures from now till game week 31. You could wait until game week 24 after they've played Liverpool, but the way that Liverpool have been playing the last few game weeks, maybe it's not the worst game week to play him in. Like Andersen, Senesi is one of them players that get DEFCON points nearly every game week, so you're expecting him usually to get 3 points at a minimum nearly every game week. And then he could get some clean sheet bonuses in over the next few game weeks because they've got some really good fixtures. And he's also got a few assists over the season so far, so he could get a few more assists from now to the end of the season. Then I've picked Chalobah, and as I've mentioned, Chelsea have got some really good fixtures from now till game week 27. You could hold off on this one until game week 24 and see how they get on. As I mentioned, Chelsea could play a back three, so maybe the full-backs are even better options to buy instead of a centre-back, because maybe somebody like Reece James or Cucurella could be really good options if they're going down the wing. Then we've got Tarkowski, and he's dropped down my shortlist just because Everton's fixtures are getting a little bit harder from now on. And I think at the price he is, you could probably get somebody for the same price that could do the same thing. But I do like Tarkowski, and I do like that he usually gets DEFCON points nearly every game week. And then last on my shortlist is Rodon. He's been out injured for the last few game weeks, so a lot of managers have sold him. So he's now dropped down in price over the last few game weeks, so I think he's a really good option at the price he is. He'll probably be your fifth defender on your side and probably sit on your bench most game weeks. But at the price he is, he probably will start nearly every game week and potentially get DEFCON points or clean sheet bonuses. Then for the midfielders, I've gone with Cole Palmer. As I've mentioned, Chelsea have got some really good fixtures coming up. You could get him this game week, or you could get him in game week 24. Now that Chelsea have changed manager, I think Cole Palmer will be a better asset. Under Maresca, I didn't feel like we was getting the best out of Cole Palmer, but I'm hopeful we'll see the old Cole Palmer that we've seen under Pochettino or under the new manager. Then we've got Morgan Rodgers, and from now till game week 31, they've got some really good fixtures. If Aston Villa do score, usually he's involved. He's got a few goals and assists so far this season. Then we've got Rice and Saka, and I think they're both really good options. It depends on what your budget is. With Arsenal being so good at set pieces and both of them taking them, I think they will get a few assists from now to the end of the season. Saka seems to be taking a share of the penalties, so he could be a really good option of getting goals as well. Rice got 2 goals in game week 20, and sometimes you get DEFCON points as well. Get in the comments section and let me know who you think is the best midfielder asset out of Rice and Saka. Then we've got Bruno Fernandes, and he's back fit, so he's back on my shortlist. I wouldn't rush to buy him. They've got City and Arsenal in the next 2 games, but after that, I think a lot of managers will be looking to buy him. With United changing manager, I think we'll see the old Bruno Fernandes and a bit further advanced. And then last on my shortlist is Tavernier. With Semenyo going to City, I think he could be a decent option. Kluivert's had surgery on his knee, so he'll be out for a few months. So with the fixtures that Bournemouth have got, I think at the price he is, he could be a decent option to look into. Then for the forwards, Haaland's number 1 as always. If you haven't got him, buy him. Second on my list and new to my list is Mateta. I think he'll be a really good option moving forward. Crystal Palace will likely have Saka for game week 22 or 23, and Manos might be back from injury at that point. And Crystal Palace have signed Johnson from Tottenham, so I think they'll be setting up with a few chances over the next few game weeks. Then we've got Thiago, and he got a hat-trick in game week 20. He's still a good option to buy, but Brentford haven't got the best fixtures from now till game week 31. So if you do buy Thiago, just be aware he might not score in the next few game weeks. Playing new to my shortlist is Kroupi Jr. With Semenyo leaving to go to Man City and Kelleher injured, I think he'll get a lot more minutes. And at the price he is, I think it could be a really good asset to sit on your bench and then play when you need him. As I mentioned on the fixture ticker, Bournemouth have got the best fixtures from now till game week 31. Then another new player to my shortlist is Watkins. As I mentioned with Rodgers, if Aston Villa score, he's most likely to be involved. Aston Villa have got some really good fixtures from now till game week 31. I will quickly flag that Watkins hasn't finished a game since game week 6, so keep that in mind. So if you do buy Watkins, just be aware that he might not play the full 90 minutes like Mateta. Then I've still got Bowen on my list, but he's dropped down the shortlist. They've got Tottenham, Sunderland and Burnley in the next 4 fixtures, so we could get an attacking return in them game weeks. With West Ham fighting relegation and it looking like they might sack the manager, they might start with a new manager bounce. And with West Ham being in the relegation zone, they need a key player to take them out that zone. And I think Bowen's that type of player. If they do save themselves from getting relegated, he'll be involved massively. And then the last player on my shortlist is João Pedro. I just want to see how they get on in the next few game weeks under Luan Rossinha. If João Pedro keeps starting under Luan Rossinha, it could be a really good option from now till game week 27. The only thing that worries me about João Pedro is I'm not too sure if he starts up front. The new Chelsea manager Luan Rossinha had Liam Delap at Hull, so I think he might start him. So what does that mean to João Pedro's minutes moving forward? I don't know. So there we have it for my Game Week 22 transfer targets. Get in the comment section and let me know if I've missed anybody out. Also get in the comment section and let me know your transfer plans over the next few game weeks, who you're buying, who you're selling. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back on Friday to do a transfer plans video. Anyway, signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.